Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And this one is going to be a quick take here, and I'll explain why in a second, but I have the Redmi 7 and I've had this phone since Monday, so consider this my quick 4-day review of the phone, and I will be going down a few other features of this awesome budget phone. The price for this phone I got for just over 1,100 Hong Kong dollars. That translates to basically a little over 150 US, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, this is going to be a quick take. Guys, we have a very important exec who's visiting our office and with my full-time job, and so I haven't had a chance to do much of anything this week. It's been really, really tough. In fact, I'm leaving out, going to dinner probably in the next 30 minutes, so I'm trying to get something out here for you guys. Apologies for the slight delays here. I promise to get back on schedule this weekend and have some more kind of quality content, including the upcoming comparison of this versus the other Redmi Note 7s. But for now, let's kind of just go down the list here real quick, and I wanted to start with what's inside the box. So I kind of showed you guys last time what was in here, but it should be a very basic unboxing. And the one thing I haven't used on this phone yet is actually the case. So the case is still in here. Let's take it out. And here we go. TPU case, pretty standard there. And now looking at what is inside the actual box, we have our micro USB. And that is a slight negative, I know, for a lot of you guys. But this is the global version of the phone here. The 3GB 64 gig version, as you can see right there. And this looks like a pretty standard Xiaomi charger. Now apparently this phone has quick charging, but up to 10 watts. That's not really quick charging, I would say, at this point. Yeah, 10 watt charger, nothing special. So very basic unboxing here. And now we're just going to kind of go down the list here, and I promise a full, bigger comparison of this phone in a little bit of time. So let's start with design of this phone. What is kind of the thing about the Redmi 7 here that is most striking? Well, I'll tell you right here, it's definitely the back. And you guys have been very interesting in the comments about this color. I think it is a great color. It's called Lunar Red, and it goes kind of from this black here to this really kind of deeper red. Now, because of the lighting at the moment, this looks a little bit more subtle than it should. There you see when it hits the light at a certain angle, you get that really nice red. Now, it is a plastic back phone here, and kind of basic specs in terms of dimensions here. We have 180 grams and an 8.5 millimeter thickness here. So it's a little bit chunky, and you notice the edges here are definitely all plastic. So it doesn't have that kind of shiny plastic edge that the Redmi Note 7 does, which is kind of unfortunate, but given the price, I don't really mind. And I think just having this back be something different than just a normal black or kind of boring color, I really do appreciate that they've been able to try to do something here on this really budget phone. And so in terms of design, I think it's pretty solid. I mean, there's a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. You see it right there. There's an IR blaster, which is a welcome sight. And micro USB really is the only negative. So all in all, I would say it is still a very solid design for this price point. And if you can get this phone for under 1,000 Hong Kong dollars, or in that kind of under 100 US dollar price point, that would be the 3GB 32 gig version, then that's the one to get, because that's going to give you a lot of phone for very little price here. Now, segueing right into display, this is the thing that I didn't catch the first time, and I probably should have, because I noticed the display wasn't as crisp as I'm normally used to. Guys, this is a 720p display, unfortunately, and you can kind of tell once you go into, let's jump in here, into the icons. Have a look right there. Yeah, so, and actually let's go back and show you some of the icons. It's not a bad display though, and it's a 6.26 inch display. The colors are good, the panel is pretty quality here. And just going to quickly set this up right now. And so that kind of gives you an idea of what the bezels on this phone look like. Let me go to settings instead. I don't want to get like sued or anything. And so you clearly see the bottom bezel is pretty significant in terms of size. Now, how does it compare, for example, though, to the Redmi Note 7? Well, it's right here. Bottom bezel on the Redmi Note 7 is a little bit smaller. Not by much, but a little bit. And definitely in the top bezels there, let's go to settings. Also a little bit smaller, but it's not something you notice that much. In fact, the Redmi Note 7 screen is 6.3 inches. This one's only 0.04 inches smaller. So it is a lot of screen in a phone that is at such a great price point. So I'm not going to hate on the display too much. If you are a pixel peeper, that's something to consider, I would say, because if 720p is probably not enough for you at this point, all the Redmi, kind of the entry-level Redmi phones, right, so the Redmi 6 and those other ones before it, they all had that same kind of display. Let me try to get back to display tester here. Whoops. Let's see if we can get to the photos here real quick and just kind of cycle through. So you see in terms of brightness, it does get plenty bright. Cycling through the photos, though, you can see obviously that there is that LCD quality there. The blacks aren't as black, but it's a good panel. I think it's a solid panel. Bright, it definitely gets up pretty bright there. And I also like the fact that when you look at, and let's go back to settings. So I think in terms of colors, it does a good job there. I haven't noticed any significant light bleed issues on this phone. And that is a very welcome sight considering the price. So is this going to really satisfy the full HD crew? Not at all. This is not going to be good enough for you guys. And so, yeah, it's going to be something you probably don't even want to consider. And now let's quickly look at some playback on YouTube. And I'm going to just make sure I get to Frankie Tech here. And let's go into it. Got to watch my own ads sometimes. And this is kind of double quickly as sound quality. I will do more sections later, guys. But for now, just given my kind of quick rundown here, there is YouTube playback on the Redmi 7. But there's no 4K at 30 frames per second. Putting in max volume. Let's listen to my theme song on this phone. It's Frankie from Frankie Tech. So, a good viewing experience, I would say, no matter what. Like, I don't think this is that much worse an experience than on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. And you're talking about a phone that is significantly a lower price here. So I think this hits the mark here in terms of YouTube playback and quality. And now let's go right into that DRM info. I know you guys want to see the results of that. So have a look. What'd you expect? L3, of course. Wow, wow. And that is unfortunate there. But like I said, once again, you can't really expect much at this price point. And even if it is the global version, it's unfortunate to see there's no L1 there. And so one last quick thing I just want to do here is just a quick initial design comparison between the Redmi 7, the Redmi Note 7, and the Redmi Note 7 Pro. And so I have been, in the spare time that I've had, the very limited spare time I've had, I have been going out, taking photos with these three phones. I have probably amassed around 12 sets of photos so far, but I need more than that if I'm going to do a full kind of camera comparison. So stay tuned for that. But there are the three phones next to each other. The main thing I just want to point out here is just the similarities. Three phones with a very similar size screen here, 6.26 versus 6.3 on the Redmi Note 7 and the Note 7 Pro. But you see the backs, you see the kind of the design philosophy of Xiaomi here. And I love that I have all of these different colors on each of the phones. There's no overlap here. And the Note 7 Pro, I think, this color is a really nice one. It's grown on me a lot. But I still can't deny that this Twilight Gold is probably my still favorite of all of them, even though I think if I had to rock one myself, I'd probably use the Neptune Blue there. And then this Lunar Red is a really good addition here to these phones. Now, the other thing that's different is also the edge. If you see here, there is actually more of a pronounced curve on the Redmi 7 versus on the Redmi Note 7. It's much more flat, kind of like the Mi 9 SE there, whereas this is kind of more like the Mi 9. All the camera layouts, though, are all very similar there, and you can even see the button layouts are pretty much identical on these phones. And that kind of goes all the way in terms of just overall looks and weight. All the phones are in a very similar range there, except the Redmi Note 7 definitely is a little bit heavier at 180 grams, and the other two are a little bit lighter in the 170 plus grams range, if I'm not mistaken, and just slightly thinner as well in that kind of less than 8 millimeters. So stay tuned for the full comparison between these phones. This is just a preview of it, and once again, apologies because I don't have the time to do a full comparison tonight. But that is it for this quick video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. Once again, it's either this or nothing at all, guys. So just understand that I promise I will definitely have some good stuff coming very soon. But for now, just stay tuned for my upcoming content, and appreciate your understanding and your patience as I kind of get through this very hectic week here on Frankie Tech. So if you liked it, give me that thumbs up. If you love the content, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. I got to get dressed. I got to get out of here. So this is where I'll leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.